All right, welcome to Draftaholics, where we draft any and everything. Tonight's episode, we're building the ultimate NBA player. That's what we're drafting tonight. We got 8 attributes that we're going to use for it. I'm Doug, here as always with Mike, Andy, and Tommy. What's up, fellas?
Douglas.
Come on,
Oh boy.
Douglas.
Michael, I want you to go over this and kind of tell us exactly what we're doing. But before that, I just want to acknowledge RIP Joe.
Poor Joe. Extreme halitosis. His
Oof,
doctor said the the autopsy looked like he worked in a coal mine for 14 decades. So tough,
tough way to go. Tough
tough
way
way
to
to
go.
go.
Poor
It was
guy.
really it was really worse on us, and it's
Yeah.
kind of a good thing. But all right,
I'd say I miss him, but I don't want to lie.
All right, Mike, tell us what the rules are. Tell us what we're doing tonight.
All right. Anybody that doesn't like the sound of my voice, turn the podcast off now because this is a long one, boys. So we got 8 attributes that we will be building the ultimate NBA player of all time. Attribute number 1 is physicality, so that's size, height, athleticism, and health. Attribute 2 is offensive game, that consists of tendencies, rebounding, IQ. Attribute 3 is offensive skill, that's shooting, passing, or dribbling. 4 is finishing, pretty obviously there, how they finish around the hoop. Defensive game, same thing like offense, tendencies, IQ, and rebounding, but you include hustle in that one. Defensive skill, so perimeter and interior defense. Signature move or signature package. And then lastly, their personality. So that's the 8 attributes we'll be building head to toe. And the only other caveat is that we're building either a guard, a wing, or a big man. We're not interchanging. If you draft a big, you can't pick guards anymore, vice versa.
And for the listeners out there, you can thank Andy for that. Andy,
Yeah.
did you get it
And
all
I'm
right?
gonna
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I
I think
think
instead
I'm
of
gonna try to
personality, I think we're gonna go with like one attribute of a personality, more so than they're taking them in their day to day lives,
hmm,
Okay.
yeah, mentality and clutchness, things like
Yeah,
that.
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
For the people on YouTube, the listeners on Spotify, that's going to be a lot. I'm going to try to build something out so the people on YouTube will be watching that as I'm saying it. It won't be as confusing.
Sounds good. And speaking of that, where can you find us? You can find us everywhere, right?
Oh, yeah. Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. All every week we do a different bracket on Instagram where we draft 32 things, and the viewers, the followers have a chance to go ahead and vote to see who wins. So follow us on Instagram, follow us here, TikTok, wherever you are.
Awesome. All right, let's kick this thing off. Prior to the draft, we did the draft order. It's going to be Mike, Tommy, Doug, and Andy. So, Michael, you have the honors.
Just love that Andy's still last. This is what, 4 episodes in a row, Andy?
He's
At
got a streak
least,
going. He's got a
yeah.
little streak
I think
going.
I think I had a couple fourths. I snuck a third in, and I rattled off a few more fourths there.
All right, my first pick. I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anybody here. I'm going LeBron's physically because when you talk about size, height, athleticism, and health, I think LeBron's just a cheat code to be what 6'8", 250, an athletic freak, and the longevity of his career that he has. It's just you can't beat that. It has to be 1-1.
Agreed. Absolutely agree. At any given point, he's the fastest player on the court, the strongest player on the court. You get him for 20 years. It's a smart pick.
Yeah, he's 40 years old, still doing it at a pretty high level as well. So, it is. I don't love the dude, but you can't knock that pick otherwise.
You can't let it. You can't let one pass. You can't let it pass.
Well,
And a
no,
quick
he's not.
fuck you on the Doug. I mean,
Yeah,
Tom.
he's not a woman beater or a kid beater, but he's annoying, I'd say. All right, Tommy, you're next, man.
You're just a hater, dude.
I am.
LeBron is everything, man. Like, dude's been in the league, in the limelight for 20 plus years and not a single problem. I
Yeah,
think that's a 1-1 for sure.
top 100 Madden player. I
What
don't know if you guys
now?
saw that, but he's
I'll
ranked top
bust his
100 in
ass.
Madden.
Yeah, wait till he sees me on them sticks. You feel me? No, I
Uh,
think LeBron being 1-1 is a great one. I think, especially when you talk about the longevity of it. And that's why he's in the conversation, usually the top three of greatest of all
all
time.
time. Yeah, yeah.
But to me, there is only one greatest of all time. Nobody even thought of putting the word GOAT as the greatest of all time until that bald headed, beautiful brother wearing 23 for the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan. And with the second overall pick, I have a plethora of areas that I could put him in because he fits every single
Honestly,
one.
where are you going, Tommy?
Right.
We were talking
Defensive
about this.
Yes.
player
This
of
is
the
anyway.
year. Is it
Yeah.
his finishing move? I don't know. But personally, when it comes down to it, you got to go with Jordan's clutchness. I know that was one that we talked about. I cannot see anybody else who's more clutch than him. And he also understands the point of failure. He knows that he took that shot 1,256 times to make it that one time in the game, and how many times he missed it and still learn from that. So I mean, the GOAT, the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you kind of, I think you might have nailed it. Andy basically was
Yeah,
saying
you
that
ruined my draft.
that's where
I'm
you were
sorry,
going.
brother.
No, it's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
It had nothing to do with MJ. It had everything to do with me wanting to be able to go guard, and it's just not gonna. It's not gonna happen. I don't think.
I don't think it
Yeah.
is. I hope it's not, because I hope there's not three of us fighting for guards, because I'm going guard here. And I'm going Steph Curry. I'm going the greatest shooter of all time. I don't think there's a debate at that either. Uh, so give me Steph Curry offensive skills. Give me his shooting, his passing, and his dribbling. I'll take it.
Yeah, you can't go. It's not like he's. It's not like he's bad at passing. He's a good passer. He's got. You know, he's in the consideration for greatest dribbler of all time. Right, his handles are outrageous, and you got the
Yeah.
greatest shooter of all time. So that's a pretty solid pick. But you guys are just
Thank you,
the
sir.
worst people.
You got two picks, and I hope you go bigs. I hope you don't screw us all over and go guards.
Yeah,
And
it could be really funny right now if I just said fuck it
you
and
you
went
could
wing
go
and we
wing.
just
Hey,
and we just and we started battling, but
you could go
let's
wing.
there's
Battle
too many there's
Rossi.
too many good bigs in the
Come
history
on.
of
Come
the
on,
NBA.
screw with Mike a little bit, man.
I
Make
can't
it
do
fun.
it. No, these dudes deserve to be on there.
All right.
And since I basically have bigs all to myself, I guess the first one I'm gonna go signature move because it's the only thing I think could maybe get taken by Mike. Maybe not, but I'm just gonna take Kareem Skyhook. It's the deadliest move in the history of the league. He was the leader in points, total points forever before Braun passed him because of that move.
Yeah, nobody's blocking
Um,
that.
it's unguardable. So that speaks for itself. So let's get that out of there. And now I don't even know. I have my pick of the litter here, so I'm just gonna go top to bottom for physicality, body wise. I'm gonna take Wilt Chamberlain. The man is a borderline mythical creature. I think deadlift 700. They say he ran a fucking 29-second quarter mile or something. He's just, he's the first athletic freak in the NBA. 7'1", 250 or something like that. So yeah, that's where I'm going.
So we kind of guessed that you were gonna have you have to pick a big because it'd be the only thing open to you, right? You got kind of cornered into that market.
Yeah.
But I really thought physically, I thought it was either going to be Wemby just because of his height and length, or Dwight Howard. I had pegged as one of the guys too. I mean, that guy was an athletic freak.
Literally on my list is the two of them and David Robinson. That was my list of.
Oh,
That was your other one.
Robinson
Nice.
too.
Yeah.
For body wise.
Yeah. All right. So it's gonna be Tommy and I just battling out the guards, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. So now I have to keep an eye on what he needs, what he doesn't
you
need.
guys are battling.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying. All right. I'm gonna go physicality here, and I'm gonna go Russell Westbrook, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Great one.
Hell yeah.
6'4", but just a physical freak, could jump out of the stadium. What is it? What is the phrase?
Jump out of the gym.
Jump out of the gym. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. He could jump out of the gym. He was just a triple double machine. Russell Westbrook all the way. His skill, his just physical abilities with Steph shooting, that's scary. So let me go that route to start.
There was a legitimate time in my life where I had who's more athletic pound for pound conversation between LeBron and Westbrook, and that's the only person I could ever have that conversation about.
Yeah.
If it's not LeBron, who is it? So that's pretty good.
LeBron's longevity has been a little better. I'll give him that for
Yeah,
sure
I mean,
too.
Russ is still playing. It's not like
Still
he's,
playing.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's just not.
Just
He's
fading
not
a
the
little bit.
Russ
It's
that we
not what he
know.
used to be.
Yeah.
Nope.
no.
All right, Tommy, where you going? What are you
Andy,
taking from me here?
you hit it on the head, man. When you talk about athleticism outside of LeBron, Russell's got to be in the top conversation. Um, and we talking signature moves too. We talk about a lot of them. That sky hook, that one's pretty signature. But
Mhm.
I got a small guy, and I'm going to go signature move here. And this has been one of my favorite things to try to replicate my whole life. But unfortunately, I've just never had the handles to do it. My signature move, give me AI's crossover. Give me
Yeah.
AI's crossover.
That's beautiful. I like. I'm just here to watch you two at this point. This is gonna be fun to watch you guys just keep taking each other's shit.
Andy, all that talk I had of like you're ruining my whole dream of having LeBron's physicalness with AI's crossover. It would have been washed anyway
Yeah,
because
would
Tom just
have
picked him.
Tom took it. Yeah. Now, would you have taken that on the turn here? Was that in your
I couldn't
repertoire?
because he's not a wing player. He's not
Oh,
in my
that's right.
realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike got LeBron.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. Well, you got two.
All right, I got two. Geez, man, I did not see this coming back to me like this, but you talk about MJ's mentality. There's one player that replicates MJ's mentality, and that's Kobe. So I'm going to take Kobe's personality, his mentality, his clutchness. Um, it's unstoppable. Mamba mentality is a thing for a reason, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Andy says not, but
Andy, what's your stance on that, on this whole mentality here? Is
I
it
think it's
just
all.
hard work or?
I think it's all just bullshit. Yeah, hard work is hard work. You know, everybody works hard to be at that position. He's just a dick about it. Rest in peace, though. Yeah.
Hey man, Joe. I hope they're living a better
Joe.
life. All right, and then to come back at me again, we're going offensive skill here, and Larry Legend's got to come off the board. You talk about passing, you talk about shooting, and you talk about dribbling. Larry's in that conversation.
So you're going offensive skill with him.
Offensive skill, yes.
All right. All right. Wow. LeBron, Kobe, and Larry. That's how you start your guy. Unbelievable.
That's
Pretty good start.
pretty unstoppable.
It's a pretty good start.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Tommy, it's back to you again.
You know, we're starting to dive into those greats, and I talk about offensive game. We talk about the tendencies, the IQ, the know of the game, the layout of the field or the court, excuse me. And we're going to keep it around that same time frame. Give me the offensive game of Mr. Magic Johnson.
Very nice.
Okay. So wait, you got MJ with AI's crossover and Magic's tendencies. Interesting.
He doesn't
Very-
like it.
His
He doesn't
IQ.
like
His
it. That's what I'm
IQ.
hearing.
No, that's that. No one's stopping that man on a fast break.
That's what I'm saying. I just built the best guard ever. So
no, it's stopping him. All he needs is one person running with him, and it's just a bucket, constant bucket.
The dude's still got shooting, passing, dribbling available. So you put those things together with like, I don't know who's besides Steph, right? Ray Allen shooting or something. That's incredible.
Hey, take it easy there, Mr. Wing player.
Throwing
These
some
two are
names
yelling
out there.
it out.
He's
You
already
your
got
sour
that
beer
taken.
mouth
He's-
yelling.
I do. Shooting's already gone. You're good with that. All right. I'm gonna go with one he doesn't have then yet. I'm just gonna keep on playing that game. So I'm gonna go on the defensive side of the game here. What's that?
No, I'm just excited.
All right. Yeah. I'm going Gary Payton. I'm going the glove. I mean, he's called the glove for a reason. And we're gonna do let's do defensive skill on that one.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Do that. Which includes for the listeners, on ball, defense, stealing, jumping in the passing lanes, stuff like that, right? Blocks.
Yep.
That doesn't really
Yeah.
pertain to him.
It's
Not 'cause
interior too, but I mean, this is when you're picking a guard, I'm assuming you're covering guards at the same time.
Exactly.
So interior is not as important in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
build.
So we'll go defensive skill and Gary Payton. Andy, you got two.
Pretty nice. Back to my boring ass draft where I'm just picking against myself. Um, moving down the list here. Next up for me is offensive skill. That's, you know, shooting, dribbling, passing. I'm going to take Hakeem Olajuwon here.
Hakeem!
Probably the most skilled big I've ever seen. Nothing he couldn't really do. I know we didn't really say footwork in there, but let's just say he's very skilled offensively. Which brings me down to offensive game, which is my next one. So who do I want to play like? Who do I want to kind of be able to map out? I'm gonna go a little off here. I'm gonna take Jokic. I know I
I
got this
knew
big
it.
physical freak, but you get Will Chamberlain bodies and Jokic brain up top running that little kind of like pick and roll where he drops it off or he passes out of it. Maybe he's gonna hit a step and kick to the corner. Lord have mercy. That's unguardable.
I figured you pick
Let me
Jokic. You're a big Jokic guy.
I mean,
let me ask you a
incredible.
question.
Yeah.
Akeem Jokic, is there a thought of switching them? Like, who's the better shooter, passer, dribbler, Jokic or Akeem?
I mean, when I say passing, right, physical pass, Jokic is the greatest passer of all time. But it's a cerebral thing as much as it is a physical thing. So for me, if I got Jokic's IQ, I don't really worry about anybody else's passing ability because
Okay.
he's a step ahead. He's playing chess. You know what I mean? He knows where you're going. He knows where the help defense is going. He knows your rotation. He's just dropping it where you're not.
Yeah. It This is interesting. Bill, I can't wait to see how they all look when they come together here. It's tough, man. This is tough. All right. I'm gonna go defensive game now. I did defensive skill last time around. I'm gonna go defensive game because Tommy also doesn't have that yet.
He's just building a guy to beat Tom. I love it. It's great.
Well, I'm just getting the guys I can get before he gets them. That's all I'm doing. But I don't even know if this guy would be on his radar. But I'm going Jason Kidd. I'm going to go his IQ when it comes to defense. He was great defensive guard, big guard. Um, we'll go with him for his defensive IQ.
And
Oh, yeah.
Doug, what do you think of him as a person?
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
be
True.
honest.
I mean, he's a little shady. He's had his past, right?
Sure does.
Think he's better than LeBron?
Do I think he's better? No.
As a human.
No. As a human, I mean, I didn't want to bring this up, but
Why is there a hesitation? Jason Kidd didn't build no school, man. Come on.
here's my
Didn't he
hesitation.
beat his girlfriend?
Yes.
His wife, yeah.
His wife?
I'm not making any accusations, but I think LeBron's name has been thrown around a little bit with his Diddy shit. So,
Oh,
let's
okay.
okay.
let's wait. Let's wait on that one. Let's wait on calling him a great
A
man.
saint.
Yeah. All right, Tommy, you're up.
You know, Jason Kidd, I didn't realize he got in trouble because I was in San Antonio basic training. And then one of the things that they let us do is we got to go to a San Antonio Spurs game for free, and it was dope. And they just happened to be playing the Phoenix Suns. And I'm clueless. And every time Jason Kidd touched the ball, it was boo. And I'm like, why are they booing this man? And then I found out.
Good for the crowd.
But I did have Jason Kidd on here. I have another white point guard that's a legend that I might be using later. Okay. But when I talk about offensive game and having magic, now I need some skills. And the only other guard that I can think that all you're going to really do at this point is shoot the ball. So I just need somebody to get the ball, and that's pretty freaking clutch. And growing up in Indiana, I sure did see plenty of Pacer games. And I have to give my man Reggie Miller offensive skill to this guard, please.
Wow. Andy, I mean, you're the commentator here.
Oh man, what do you want me to say? He said he wants a shooter. He took Reggie Miller. There's nothing to say there. He acquired exactly what he was looking for.
He acquired what he
shoot
wanted.
the fucking rock. Yeah.
But how about the dribbling and the passing?
I mean, more of a catch it, go off a screen kind of guy. He's not going to really be breaking you down off the dribble too
More of a
much.
catch and shoot guy, yeah.
You know,
Well, good thing he already has
it.
magic skills for that. Don't forget the AI crossover.
He does have it.
You gotta have it all. Right.
And if this ultimate build of an NBA player just happens to be playing the Knicks every single game, Reggie's going to go off.
Yeah.
He's going to go off.
It's all over, yeah.
These Frankensteins that we're creating here, they're fucking wild. All right, Mike, you got two.
All right. Everyone's going defense. I think I'm going to get my defense out of the way here. I'm going back to back defensive picks here. I'll start with the defensive game, and I'm going to go Giannis for my defensive game. I think when you talk about somebody that hustles, that rebounds, his tendencies and his IQ, there's no one better than Giannis in my mind in the wing position. And then I'm going back again. I said I'm going back to back defense, defensive skill. I was stuck between two here. It was between Kawhi and Pippen. I think I'm going to go Kawhi on my defensive skill. When you again perimeter and interior, he can do both as a wing better than I think Pippen can. I think Pippen's more perimeter, but Kawhi gives the better interior.
Did you think about Rodman here at all?
Ooh.
I didn't think I could pick Rodman here at all. So I pictured him as a big, so he was not on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, we had talked about that. He looked at him as a big. I I think it could have blurred the lines with him a little bit because he was only like 6'7", right?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was on those Pistons teams as a wing.
Oh, he was a
As he got
small forward
older,
on
he
that. Yeah.
he got older, a little bit slower. Started devoting more time to rebound, and
Right,
kind of went,
right.
more towards that big. Yeah,
I mean,
without even considering
Kawhi's
Rodman,
not terrible, but
pretty good. Yeah, you did fine.
he did
You did
okay with
just
what he got.
fine.
Okay, Tommy, where you going now?
I got to get my defense in while I can. And, when I'm thinking of guard, there's really only one guard who really shut down Mr. MJ. And he also played for the Detroit Pistons. Give me Mr. Isaiah Thomas for the
Oh,
defensive game, please.
It's not a bad pick at all.
very
Wow.
nice.
Actually, a
Wow, wow,
pretty
wow.
damn good
Yeah.
pick, Tom.
Thank
What a
Yeah.
good fucking pick that is.
You were waiting. You were waiting for, for Detroit
No, I didn't.
Pistons.
That was just I actually don't have Detroit Pistons because when you look at the wings, there's not much to pick from. Well,
Yeah.
unless Rodman. I didn't know he was on the board.
All right, nice pick, Tommy.
Thank you.
So I didn't really. I still have offensive game I got to do. So I'm gonna go for that right now, and that consists of their tendencies, the IQ, includes rebounding as well, which is not going to be good for this guy I'm picking. But I want his IQ. I'm going Steve Nash.
There it is.
We'll go Steve Nash for
There
the
Yeah.
game.
it is.
Yeah,
I
when you're
was
talking
hoping you
about
got
guards
that.
and offensive skills, Steve Nash has to be on that list, right?
You went
I
game
went
there or
offensive
skill?
game. I want game because skill
So
was
he's
Steph.
playing.
Yeah, you already had Curry there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a 50, 40, 90 guy back when that wasn't even really a thing for a guard. I think he shot 47% one year from three. Like,
Yeah.
if that dude played in this generation and he got to shoot 8 threes a game, oh my God, you probably remember more of his score than you would as a passer.
I agree. He back-to-back MVPs, didn't he? Like
Yeah,
99, 2000 or something like that, right around that range.
nah, a little later,
A little later than that.
like it was
All right.
early 2000s,
Early 2000s. Yeah.
04, 05, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
05,
Yeah.
06.
He was fun to watch. All right. Andy, you got two.
Real quick, Tom,
Hmm.
IT,
Sure.
did you pick him skill or game?
I picked Isaiah for defensive game
Game.
overall
Okay.
because
Okay.
his knowledge to bring people to the left of the weekend.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're good.
Not no worries. Next up on my list is finishing. I think we could all take a pretty good guess at who the hell I want as a big man's finishing. Shaq.
Yeah.
Just give me
Yeah.
Shaq's finishing.
Just put him on there.
For when I do post up and I just back somebody down and absolutely demolish them, laugh at them, point at them, drop the ball on them, then move on with my life.
Bust
Now
the
we're in
backboard.
defensive still. Yeah. Oh my God. Pull it down, shatter the glass, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine a player that could move like Hakeem, IQ of Jokic, and finish like Shaq? That is incredible.
I can't actually even imagine. Like I literally, it's just. I'm gonna try and make them in like 2K or something and try to get an actual visual on this. All right, off to defensive skill. Greatest defensive big man of all time is Bill Russell. There's really no need to talk about this anymore. He was defense before defense was cool. One man army back there. Give me Bill Russell for defensive skill.
I'm glad that pick was made because it's a little redemption for the viewers that watch the NBA all-time lineups that we didn't pick Russ, So it's a little redemption for us there.
You just sniped me a little bit and I can't use him for anything with a guard, but I was going to use him for personality characteristics. I was going
Oh,
to go with his
nice.
stoicism, you know?
There we go. All right.
Uh,
I'm in it a little bit.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel alive.
You took it on that. All right. Where do I want to go now? Let me go finishing. I'm gonna go with finishing another guy who'd finish real strong, and let me get Vince Carter's dunks. Give me that.
Ah,
Here we
my
go. We're getting a little
next
sniping going. This is
pick.
Got
great.
some sniping happening.
This is
I
this
like
is
it.
this is what it's all about.
And
Ah,
and my guy will be able to dunk like Vince Carter in a way because I got Russell Westbrook's physical abilities. So
Yeah.
I like the combination there.
Greatest dunker of all time.
damn it.
Greatest dunker of all
Yeah.
time, Vince. I mean, I think so, but who's in competition? Blake, him.
Oh yeah.
That's our generation, though.
No, I mean that's pretty much who Dominique,
Dominique, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Dr. J.
Nate Robinson.
Clyde.
Yeah.
Nate Robinson was
Sean
fun. He was a
Kemp.
fun player to watch.
Don't forget about Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp.
Guy could finish like no other.
Yeah. That's why he's got 40 kids.
Does he really?
He's got a lot of kids. Yeah.
That was his number, right? 40?
He went for it. All right, Tommy.
That was his goal.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think I got to get my defensive skill down. I'm gonna go with another old one, another older player, a little bit after Isaiah. Had a good time in Utah. Give me John Stockton at defensive skill, please. That dude had clampers.
I think he's got 2 records that are never going to be broken, and one of them is steals.
Yeah. Assists
He's
is
awesome.
someone's like semi. Chris Paul's like 2,000 away, I think, right?
Chris
And that's
Paul's
the
Yeah,
closest.
but
never,
Chris
he's
Paul.
not gonna
No, he's
get
never
that.
going to. No, never going to get to it.
Well,
but
I mean,
I can't
unless
believe
he
he's still
throws an
playing.
alley-oop to Wemby every single play for the next 2 seasons, maybe.
All right, Mike, you got 2.
Okay, so I got offensive game, finishing, and signature move. I'm gonna go finishing here. I'm not sure. Is Blake a wing player? Can I take Blake for finishing moves?
I'm
I'm
okay
okay
with
with you
Yeah.
that.
taking
Yeah.
Blake. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm gonna take Blake for finishing move. We just talked about it, so there's not really much that needs to be
No.
talked about
One of
there.
the best dunkers ever.
And then I have offensive game left to go. With the play around building, I love to pick KD, but I don't have the play around building doesn't fit what KD does as an offensive game. So I'm gonna go with somebody that fits the LeBron, the Kobe gel. I'm gonna go D Wade for my offensive
Good one.
game. He gives me that he just takes it to the hoop. He has that Euro step. He has the overhand little shimmy shake step back. So he fits well in this offense.
All right. Good picks. Andy, any commentary on that one?
No, nothing. I'm good.
All right. All right. Tommy, you got another one.
I got physical and finishing moves left. And I'm kind of torn, okay? Because I've got in my head 2 people, one that has a great signature move, and then one that was just a demon around the basket. And so I don't know which way to go, but I think I'm gonna be true to my heart.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't think I've ever seen somebody as explosive around the basket than Mr. D Rose in his MVP year. He was just unbelievable. If
Yeah.
he was getting there, there was nothing stopping him. So I'm gonna go with D Rose finishing around the rim.
Fucking awesome. You
It's a
get
good pick.
Love
you
to
get a
see
lot
it.
out of that. You get power dunks. You get an incredible use of the backboard. He can go left hand. He can go right hand. He can go up and under. Just awesome. Someone's calling me in the middle of this goddamn thing.
How dare they?
Uh-oh.
Do they not know?
Tom, if it wasn't for that first category there with health being in there, D Rose would have been picked a lot sooner in this draft.
For physicality, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the biggest what if maybe, and him and like Grant Hill maybe.
When we do that game, I don't like to like. I think we just know Derrick Rose would have been a top 20 player of all time, like 25. Like I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, no,
we
that's
know
what
that.
I'm. But what I mean is he is the biggest like what if. Like it would have been great to see it. That's all I mean.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it would have been fantastic. I
yeah.
own one NBA jersey, and it is a Derrick Rose jersey.
Mm.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. What ifs to me are like he was a certainty. I think.
Right. An absolute demon around the rim, to be
But,
honest.
yeah,
Yeah. Greg Oden's a what if. That guy's a
that's
Yeah,
a
what
there
that's
you
a what
go.
if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if.
Oh man, is
All
it on
right,
me?
it's on me. It's on me, and
Oh,
I'm gonna try to steal a guy from you here because I can take him in this category. I hope I do.
Ooh,
So
I know who he's taking.
for a personality here, I'm going
oh, you
KG.
could. You
Going
yeah,
KG.
you did. You
Yeah.
sniped it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
I'm gonna
easy.
go with
I
his
knew
fierceness, his just psycho
it.
mentality, his
That's what I had.
leadership.
Yeah.
I'm going KG there.
I actually don't even know what else to do now. That was like I had that one locked in.
Yep. I could have gone somewhere else, but I was like, I'm gonna make this a little fun. Sorry, Andy. I
No,
want
it's
I want to
okay.
screw with him a little bit. You have two picks. You got some time. Take your time. Do what
No,
you
it's
want
all
to
right.
do.
Uh
What do you have
so
left?
I got defensive game left, so that's just we're talking IQ, hustle, rebounding. I'm gonna take Tim Duncan there.
Okay.
I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Probably the smartest defender I've ever seen. Not great extending out to the perimeter, but after what Big is, he was as good as any. Great
Yeah.
around the rim. His blocks were always good, but it was the way that he contested shots that really made him elite. You could never get off a clean shot near the rim if he was there, or within 15 feet. So give me Tim Duncan there. And now I gotta make something up for my personality attribute, which hurts, really does. You know what? Dikembe Mutombo just died. Rest in peace to Dikembe. So for personality trait, I'm just gonna take the finger wag. Just give me the finger wag. That's
Love
all
it.
I
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Rest in peace to Dikembe. And my guy is complete.
Love that.
That's the, you
It's
had
a
the pick
great
of the
on the
litter,
spot
so
pick. What'd you say, Mike?
I said I was gonna say his guy is unbelievable, but he had every center to choose from,
Yeah,
so it's pretty simple to make an unbelievable center.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Do I want to screw with Mike a little bit too? Or should I just pick a guy? I think I'm just gonna pick a guy. I'll let Mike have his Euro step.
I'm not going Ginobili. I have somebody else.
All right. Um, because I hope my guy shoots a lot because it's Steph Curry's shooting skills. Give me James Harden step back to go along with that.
fair. Very
Oh,
fair.
that's a real good
Great
one.
one.
Thank you.
Damn. Shoots like Steph with I guess if there's somebody that's close to shooting like Steph, it was James Harden, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
not
well,
efficiency as not in
Yeah,
that
he
category.
just never stopped
He
shooting.
never
He didn't know
stopped
when to
shooting.
not shoot.
Yeah.
well, dude, he's got. I think he's got more free throws made than buckets. Like
No way,
he's the
really?
ultimate. He's the ultimate fucking draw foul guy. Which is,
Yeah.
I know everybody says it's smart, but it's just so
It's
aggravating
tiresome
to
to watch. It is.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Tommy, your last pick.
I got physically, and I want to try to keep it true to the guard, right? I want to keep it true to the one, to the two. Not going to push it to the three, to small forward. I think I'm going to keep it. And I got to get me a tall guard, though, right? Competing with these guys, I got to get me a tall guard. And let me give my guy the NBA logo himself. Give me the
Jerry
physicality of
West.
Jerry
Wow.
West.
If you told me a white guy was going to get drafted physically in this fucking draft, I would have
How
lost a
tall was
lot of
Jerry West?
money.
He was tall though,
Over
right? He was
under
like
on that.
6'5", right?
6'5"? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
6'5".
Yeah.
I'll look up
Yeah.
the exact stats.
I mean, I think in his day
Wow.
he was a physical player. So
Wow.
yeah.
Mind blown. Oh
All right,
shit.
Mike. You finish this out here. Finish off the draft.
All right, so I got Blake Griffin finishing, right? So I don't have to worry about dunking. But when you got a center like Andy's in the middle, you're not always going to be able to dunk. So I need a package that when I drive to the lane, I need somebody that can go like, maybe behind the backboard and then come back and lay up. Give me Dr. J for my signature
Oh!
package.
There you go.
Can't believe he went this long.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I figured you were going to go floater there. Take maybe, Nash is gone, but Tony Parker's floater or
Tony,
something like that.
yeah.
And you don't have to even get in the lane with me.
I
6'8",
can't
just
believe.
float it over the top.
If I was
And I
going to
want
take a floater, I'd take my own, Andy.
Oh, God, no.
I want to applaud all of us for none of us taking a guy that was already taken. I think that's pretty impressive what we just did
Yeah.
there.
Wasn't
Well,
hard
there
for
was a
me,
lot to
but
choose from, right?
Well done.
We're going to
Well done,
watch back
fellas.
and we're all going to have like 5 of the same dude.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I was like looking at, Kobe was picked 3 times. That was good. Well done. Well
All
done,
right.
boys.
How did Mike get LeBron and Kobe on anything?
That's solid. Very solid. Mike has a stacked team looking at it. A stacked guy. But it is a
Yeah.
team. We made a team. We of a
team of one.
unbeatable a team of one.
Yeah, no, in the very far future from this, I think it'd be fun to draft these all at the same. We separate them to guards, wings,
Yeah.
and then bigs, and all 4 of us are drafting from the same category.
We could do that. That'd be really fun. Yeah. We
That
can
would be
make
good.
3 different episodes out of that one.
Yep.
I love
Mike,
it.
you're probably the most organized of all of us. Can you go over it?
You want me to just from category 1 to category 8? I'm just gonna list them down. Again,
And then I want Andy to kind of give his review of this because
You.
he's the NBA guy. He's the guru.
all right. So for me, I got LeBron's physical. I got D Wade's offensive game. I got Larry Bird's offensive skill, Blake Griffin's finishing, Giannis's defensive game, Kawhi's defensive skill, Dr. J's signature move, and Kobe's personality.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a little bit of a difficult listen, I'm sure, for the listeners, but on YouTube, having this stuff up there and seeing it, it's going to be really cool to see these guys finish here.
I would have
Yeah,
loved. I would have loved to see you get KD in there. Maybe take his skill and drop Larry Bird down to offensive game and get both of them in there. But I mean, we're complaining about having Dwayne Wade on your team is we're just picking for no reason.
It's good.
Yeah, once
good,
I
though.
picked Larry Bird for my offensive skill, I didn't want KD just didn't fit in this team or this build that I was making. D Wade fit better with LeBron's body.
Love it.
Sure.
All right, Tommy.
Okay.
All right, go over Tommy's, please.
All right, Tom's got Jerry West for physical, Magic Johnson for offensive game, Reggie Miller for offensive skill, Derrick Rose for finishing, Isaiah Thomas for defensive game, John Stockton for defensive skill, Allen Iverson's signature move, and MJ's personality.
His is old school. It's very nostalgic. If his just feels good.
I can't even. The idea of a fucking the AI crossover into Reggie Miller pulling up is just blowing my mind.
And if he gets to that rim, he finishes like D Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the tendencies of Magic Johnson with all of that.
If he gets to the rim, he might just drop it over the top of his head real quick too. You don't know. Damn.
All right.
Love it.
Doug's got Westbrook for physical, Steve Nash for offensive game, Steph Curry for offensive skill, Vince Carter for finishing, Jason Kidd for defensive game, Gary Payton for defensive skill, James Harden for signature move, and KG for personality.
I'm very happy with the player I created.
That's a build.
Very happy with it.
That's a great build. All right, Andy.
Eccentric.
Let's go over Andy's.
Boring.
All right, Andy's got Wilt the Stilt for physical. He's got Jokic for offensive game, Akeem for offensive skill, Shaq for his finishing, Tim Duncan defensive game, Bill Russell for defensive skill, Kareem for signature move, and Dikembe Mutombo's finger wag.
Do these 4 Frankensteins that we just built, do they beat the 96 Bills? I mean, 96 Bulls straight up?
Of course. Yes.
No, it's impossible to beat the greatest team ever.
Who's the 5th player? Is it one of? I think these 4.
No, I just mean no. Well, yeah, okay.
It's the only way they can possibly lose is if I'm out there just fucking it up.
We'll throw Andy out there with them as the 5th man.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Muggsy Bogues.
I'm taller than Muggsy, by the way.
3 inches, right? He's 5'3", right?
Maybe 2. No, I don't know. I know I got him.
He's got him beat.
It's one of the few. Oh yeah, man, those are just absolute. I can't even honestly I'm having trouble
It's hard to
envisioning.
comprehend it. Yeah,
Like,
it is.
yeah,
Mhm.
there's
Yeah,
just so much
that's
going
why
on.
I need the visual personally. Even after drafting these, I still need to see that visual of these guys up there once Mike does that. And,
100%.
and then I'll be able to
Yeah.
really judge it. Andy, who won?
I think Mike's gonna end up winning because he plays the wing, and if people are looking at it like compared to you guys, compared to my guy, like he's the only person that can maybe cover my guy and all three guys. But
Well,
in real life,
not one on one though. Not one on one. Like who do you think is the ultimate build for
oh
that
god,
position?
Let's put it this
I would
way.
have gone if I had 1-1. I would have taken wing. I would have started with wing. I would have started with LeBron's body. I would have changed a couple things that he did, but
You like the
that's
wing. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, the wing is
Yep.
especially these days.
Go ahead,
Voting
Mike. What are you gonna
wise,
say?
oh,
I was just going to say, if these four players were in the NBA, who wins MVP?
There you go. That's a good way to put
I mean,
it.
God, I don't know.
Co
It's a
MVPs.
big
Yeah.
it's a big MV. It's a big man's league. It really is. I play a lot of basketball in my life, and there's
Yeah.
dudes that are just 6 inches taller than me that don't play as often. You know what I mean? Like it's an almost even matchup just because it's a big man's game. So probably the biggest
Mhm.
dude. The biggest dude's probably the best.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably you. Probably Andy or Mike.
the tall guys do get penalized.
Oh yeah.
The whole
Okay.
because he's tall. Tom's famous stat line from high school football basketball was he would have 6 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks, 8 minutes played, fouled out.
He's not wrong.
He gave it all though. He gave it his all.
That's right.
That's all that matters.
There you.
All right, boys. Mike, what are we doing next week?
Yeah, we're doing another fun, creative draft next week where we'll be building our ultimate zombie apocalypse. So we'll be picking from categories. What kind of shelter do you want? What kind of weapon? What kind of automobile? Picking a partner. We'll all have some money to spend with the list. So it's going to be a fun, interesting one right before Halloween.
Love it.
That sounds fun.
Andy's just
Sounds good.
I want to be a part of that one. All right, boys. Fun. Good. Everything was fun tonight. All right.
Always
so
is.
for Mike, Andy, Tommy, I'm Doug. We'll see you guys next time. Later.
We'll see.
Peace.